Welcome back to Wicked Auto. So today, I'm getting ready to leave now. I'm going to get the level installed. I decided I'm not doing it myself. I don't feel like it. I just don't want to. So I'm just going to pay somebody to put it on. So it is the AT4X, and there's some, you don't know if the ready lift for the AT4 will fit the AT4X. So a bunch of people have tried it. All it fits perfect. Ready lift still says no. Assuming just because they haven't had the opportunity to test it on the AT4X, I didn't want to take any chances. You guys know that I trust Rough Country. Yes, back in the day, they were absolutely garbage. They're not anymore. Had their Vertex lift on the Ford. It was beautiful, perfect. The ride was amazing. Never had any issues. It was awesome. Now, granted, this is just a level, but let's go get it on. Cold start. And we're back. So the level is on, and like I said, so for the AT4X, the only official leveling kit is from Rough Country. So that's what is on. It has a bottom spacer, a preload spacer, and a top spacer on the shock there on the front, and that's all it comes with. Now the ready lift, and which Rough Country's is only 1.5 inches. Ready lift is, I think it's 1 3/4 inches, and you can get a 2-inch, and it also comes with rear blocks to raise the rear as well. I found rear blocks off of Real Trucks that I can get for the rear. I don't think I'm going to put them in. We'll let the front settle a little bit more, of course, since it was just done today, and we'll see what it looks like then. But of course I did swap out the upper control arms as well. Also got these from Rough Country because of the angles are so bad. So hopefully that'll help. Now you can see, so there's a lot of stuff online on the forums and Facebook groups and all of that of the aftermarket control arms, because where the ball joint actually is being so much bigger than factory, it'll hit your tire. Well, as you can see, I have plenty of space. Let's see. So, yeah, 2 fingers is tight, but let's say what, 2 inches, something like that. I have plenty of room. Now, of course, that is probably on stock rims. I have aftermarket rims, which pushes it out, of course, more, so that'll come into play. Stocks, I can't say that they wouldn't rub, but most of the time, as long as you're, from what I've seen, as long as you're staying the tire width under 1.5 inches or 11.5 inches, you should be okay. Sitting in the parking lot, it did look to me like there's still a little bit of rake in the front, which I would assume with Rough Country being 1.5 inches and there's 2 inches of rake. So there should still be some, especially once it settles, which I'm okay with 1/2 inch of rake. It wasn't just to level it out. I just wanted the little bit of lift more in the front, and it doesn't rub. So all the cutting that I did with these liners, and the mud flap there, which, you can't see. Can you see anything that, looks bad right there? No. The wheel well liner is cut across. Mud flap, you can't see. So the cutting doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form. But this side did still rub, the driver's side, and I'm assuming it's on this piece right here because I cut it on the passenger side, this little ridge right here, because there's that bolt right there to hold the liner in. I cut this ridge off on the passenger side. I didn't do it on the driver's side. I didn't want to. I didn't like that I cut it after I did it. So I left this side and it still rubbed. That's where I'm assuming it rubbed. Now, of course, with the level, no rubbing at all whatsoever, which, of course, I had to go over a curb and all of that, so no rubbing with the articulation from the curb either, because the parking lot for the shop is quite small. But what do you guys think? Of course, ignore the, wrecked damage that is quite a fix, or quite a long time until it can get fixed. Not till the end of February I get to drop it off. So yeah, that's driving me nuts. But other than that damage, what do you guys think? So, and the driveway is on a slope, so it looks even worse, so I can't measure in the driveway. Possibly tomorrow I'll see if I can still fit in the garage. I don't know if I will. There's 7-foot doors, and with the level and an 1.5 inch height from the tires themselves, I don't know, but we'll see. So let me try to get the camera at the right angle for the truck so it's, you know, straight, I guess. And there you go. But I will measure the actual distance from the front to the rear to see what kind of rake I still have. Let me know what you guys think. Good or bad, as usual. Of course, you know, you guys always know there's plenty of trolls and all of that, as always. But I'm loving the stance of this truck. Absolutely love it. It just keeps getting better and better the more stuff I do to it. So there you go, leveled AT4X, which and the ride. So from the shop to here and the little errands I had to do before coming home, I had, what, 45 minutes of driving total, and the ride is still factory. I don't have any issues with the ride whatsoever. It didn't change. There's a certain dip in the road here in the neighborhood. It's annoying as hell. I actually have one right in front of my house too. But with the Ford, I could tell the difference every time I changed the suspension systems. I had a Ram with the air suspension. Even with the air suspension, which it rode beautifully, that bump, it jarred you. It felt awful. This thing is always just right over it. Perfect. It didn't jar you in any way, shape, or form, and still does not going over it today. So great ride. AT4 and the AT4X from factory. You want them, the angle's already, what is it? Angled, for lack of a better word, to its limit. Usually you don't want to go any more than 3.5 inches on the upper control arm or the CV without changing parts. So the CV is at its max before I would want to change the knuckle or something like that. But the upper control arm, good to go. Change that. So this, we have a little bit of room. Now this is only for up to 3.5 inches of lift. So I'm at the limit for the upper control arms, but I'm not lifting it any more than that, so I'm not worried about it. Now, things coming up. I do have a hood scoop going on. Hood scoop is here, but I'm still waiting for the factory match paint. It is the Air Design hood scoop. So it has the brace around and then the actual scoop. It's 2 pieces. So the brace around that sticks to the hood itself will be paint matched, and then I'm going to leave the scoop part, the vented, since it's not actually vented, but the vented part black. I'm going to do rocker panels on here, which will also be paint matched. I haven't ordered those or anything of that yet. Hopefully a light bar in the grill once I figure that out. I saw the M&R ones. I'm undecided. I don't know about those yet. Some Boost Auto, I emailed them with some questions, possibly some parts from them that are available on their website. So we'll see how that works. I think that's it for now. Like I said, possibly the rear blocks and a couple other things on the list, but those will be the upcoming. So we'll see how all that turns out. I will have a video, of course, for the paint, doing the paint, the part itself and all of that. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.